Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time, my name is Sean, and what I do is go around the entire United States looking for old cars, trucks, mini bikes, motorcycles. Whatever I don't buy, I tell you exactly where it is. I'll give you a phone number, I'll give you an address or whatever. Today's video, we're starting in Florida, just a bit south of Ocala, and heading north. I'm going to wind up in Dayton, Ohio, and Evansville, Indiana, going to this thing called the Frog Follies, a car show and swap meet that's going to be happening at the end of this week. It's mid-August, it's crazy hot. Let's get on the road and find stuff. I've been on this road like a dozen times and I've never seen this place. Bill Ryan Auto. Let's zoom out. Early 50s, I'm going to say 53-ish, guys, Ford. Then a couple early 60s. Not for sale. Unusual to see that on one of these. What have we got back here? 63 Impala Ranchero from the mid to late 70s. Mopar there.
And a puppy dog. Hey there, sweetie.
I know. It's just not fair. Too damn hot, isn't it? Ooh, that's got a 390 in it. That's an XL. The higher trim version. The performance version, let's say. Another 500 XL right there. You're just going to keep an eye on me, huh? I totally get it. I totally get it. I look a little sketchy. Now, here's one of the reasons why I stopped. Christine is not for sale. Shitter. Let's see what we got along the front here. We had a wagon like that when I was a kid. It's basically like 74 to 77 LTD. A 59 El Camino. About half these say they're not for sale. Half of them say they're not for sale. That's not much fun. Yeah, there's probably a four-door Cavalier in there for sale.
Yeah, probably.
I think the dog is probably not as mean as they're acting like it is. He looks pretty friendly.
Yeah, I'll bet you jump that fence, he's not friendly.
Couple of Fords, GMC Stepside, another Ford McPherson. Rare car right here. It's a Monaco. I've never seen one of these as a convertible. Well, I can't say that anymore, can I? That's either a Mercury Elite or what was the Ford version of the Elite? You guys probably know. LTD2? I don't know. Monaco ragtop dual exhaust, 57 Chevy under there. Studebaker Lark. You know, it's kind of a letdown when you see all these cars and then every single one of them says not for sale. That's not a whole lot of fun. Quadruport, crew cab. I don't know what he was thinking when he did those little lights on the fenders there. Another Ranchero with hood pins. Ram Charger, which I hear those things are going up in value quite a bit. Cool cars on this lot though. Bill Ryan Auto, the place that doesn't sell cars at all ever under any conditions. Get it out of your mind. Move on, mister. Yeah, the gate's not even open. Then again, the puppy dog in there is he's probably happy with that setup. Oh, he went ahead and pooed there. That's good. There's poo all around the fence row here. Well, let's get back out on the road. By the way, there's my beater truck I bought a couple of videos ago. Bought it in Kentucky, drove it all the way back down to Florida, did beautifully. I put a 3-inch lift on it because we're close to the beach and we could have high water one day. I just stopped on the side of the road. Chris has got a place called Chris's Auto Body, strangely enough. Man, we got everything from early El Caminos here to Mustangs to a, see the first gen Firebird over there? I gotta go look at this, Chris. Chris is a nice guy. Typical Southern kind of guy where he's just friendly and never met a stranger, as my mom would say. First gen Hummer or Humvee. This one's not for sale, people. He says it belongs to his buddy. You don't see many of these for sale anymore. You just don't see them, period, let alone first generation Camaros. I've always admired people who are able to take it down this far and just put it on a rotisserie and get it done. Somebody just had to put their 15 speakers in the back, didn't they? Man. Now on the Oldsmobiles, was it the same way as like when you had a Camaro like 67 did not have marker lights, 68 did?
I'm gonna fill them in.
What year is this one?
I believe it's a 70.
Wow. That's a whole lot of various sheet metal in there. Is that a rear window defroster, or what's the little piece of metal right?
That's for all the gas stuff, like for the chock hole and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Huh.
It's like the vent or something.
Oh, that's wild. It's amazing how much money you can have in these by the time they're done. So you're still doing this up here?
Yeah,
I guess.
I started on the bottom.
Yeah.
Doing the floors and all that. Now I'm doing the
What a cool setup.
got a new dash in it. A whole new dash.
Man, it looks like you had all the classic GM problems and just handled it. All the ones that would keep me from buying one, you just said, I don't know any better. I'll go ahead and...
My wife does a lot of videos. It's under Crystal Blunt.
Crystal Blunt, like
Yeah.
B-L-U-N-T?
Yeah.
And Crystal is...
Crystal,
Okay.
C-R.
So C-H or C-R? C-R-Y-S-T-A-L-B-L-O-U-N-T.
Yep.
That's her name on YouTube?
Yeah, well, it's not
Well-
YouTube. She just does like real things. Real.
Oh, dude, the reels get huge amount of views. So much easier to watch something that's a minute or two,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I do a lot. She does a lot. If I'm painting something, she'll get a video of it. Kind of cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a whole lot of that conversation that I just cut off because he and I kept talking and talking. One vital bit of information he gave me is that his buddy has a restaurant in the next town about 2 miles up called Howie's Restaurant, so I'm going to eat there. Closes at 2, it's about 1, so I should get there in time. Always take these recommendations for places to eat. People who live locally know best. Yeah, that didn't take long. Breakfast, brunch, lunch.
That burger looks good, y'all. It looks real good. Too bad it's not long of this world.
A couple of years ago, I was coming down through this area, which is, let's say, probably 45 minutes north of Ocala, still on 301. And I saw this one little lot on the side of the road that had a whole bunch of stuff. I was told at that point in time that everything was going to be disappearing off this lot very shortly thereafter, as in they were kind of surprised it was still there. I'm going to give you a quick look at what I found. Now, if you're a Mopar person, Chevy or Ford, we got you hooked up. Mopar right there on the end. Super B body style. See the fastback Mustang there? Just to this side of that. Oh, it's still there. Let me see what's... Can you see the red stripe on the other side of the HHR? That is a 68 Camaro Super Sport factory clutch car. Got a dually here. I guess they're trying to keep people from getting on the property. Okay. But over through here, a couple other early Mustangs, 66, 67. Another one down through there. As you get toward the back, see the flatbed truck. As you get back in that area, you'll see, and on the other side of the kind of open fence row there, see how there's just a little bit of brush growing? On the other side of that, probably 10 or 12 fastback early Camaros. Not Camaros, geez, Mustangs. Also, over there, there's a building that's kind of attached to the back of that yellow building that has an astounding amount of, believe it or not, motorcycle parts. Gas tanks from the 70s and 80s, all of the engine components. They said they were going to find somebody who was going to buy the entire lot, but apparently they've not seen that one yet. I'm going to actually go down that little side road right there and see if I can see if all of the Mustang stuff is there. And of course the motorcycle stuff. Let's do that. Let's go down that little side road. That right there is the best way I can identify this property. Kane with a K, Cycle Repair, Cycle Salvage, 904-964-5805. Let's go around the side, see what we can find. We're next door now. Some cool old race cars, fastback Fords. Smith Brothers, Stark, Florida. Body shop. This is right next door to that last address. I can tell by looking back in there, everything they had last time I was here is still there, and if I'm being honest, they were pretty proud of it. Prices were eek-ish. Let's keep going. I came here about a year ago and there's totally different stuff here now. That Falcon was there, and that Camaro was here. There's a Hemi back in there, a couple of LS engines. I never see anybody here because I'd love to just stop and say, can a brother buy any of this stuff? Another second gen Camaro body there. Yeah, it looks like it's one of those places that used to be the tourist place. It says pecan candies on it. There's genuinely cool stuff here, but I don't want to go back in there and, you know, make it an awkward moment. Little Dart over there, swinger, 70-ish. Yeah, I never see anybody here. I really, oh, they have another. They now have a third second gen here. Little green one there. Looks like somebody may have raced that in the past. Has a roll bar in it. Drum on the back. Another Ram Charger. Seeing several of those on this trip. Ooh, that little Chevy right there was not here last time. A little two-door post. Like I said, I never see anybody here, but both entrances are just wide open. We are about 5 minutes north of where I last told you we were, so do the math on that. I don't have a phone number for here, because if I did, I'd be asking about that car right now. I just entered the town of Baldwin, B-A-L-D-W-I-N, on 301 North. See what they have in this little town. By the way, one little hint that I'll give you is don't stay on the main road. Whenever you see one of those bypasses, bypass the bypass. Go through the town. That's where all the cool stuff is. Flash forward to Nahunta, Georgia. It's out there by the coast. 66. Ooh. No, it's not an SS. Still has the column shifter there. Got a checker over here. And of course, somebody decided it was still cool to put eyelashes on a little pink car. Ugh. I've never seen this place before. I'm on East 32, kind of aiming southwest-ish toward Atlanta. I'm at the intersection of 115 and 32. And I just ran across that. How's that for one picture with lots of cool stuff in it? My attention was drawn to this. There's a Chevy Impala convertible there. There's a Tempest or a Le Mans. Well, I'd have to look at this a little closer. I've never seen these. I've been on roads. I think the reason I've not seen these is because this area, I normally, right before here, I turn off of here. But if you'll notice, there's nobody in the building. It's totally deserted. There's a Buick Skylark there. So cool. Chevy truck door. Ragtop Impala. Wow, it looks like nobody's been here in forever. However, there could still be a functioning shop in there. Probably a 73 Mustang, wouldn't you think? Oof. Man. What about that? What have we got here? Column shifter. A coronet, which, as we all know, can be turned into a Super B. Wow. Now you know it's got all the normal rust issues with Florida and Georgia. But there's a fantastic grill there. I mean, that grill is really nice. 326. Like 73, 74 Nova. Wow. Couple big old boats back here. 67 Chevelle or Malibu. Yep, that's what that one is. Big old Buick. Another Chevelle back in there. Let's go ahead and get a zoom on that thing. Jeez. I had one of these in like a light blue. You don't see these out there much anymore. That three-piece back glass. What's that back on the other side of that bubble Impala? That's an... Is it an old Cutlass or is it another Impala? It's back in there, so I can't really tell. Chevy truck right there, C10. Those are going big money these days. Go-kart frame in there. Another go-kart frame. I can't believe I've never seen this place. How would you miss that? Yeah, the quarters are gone. And like I said earlier, considering where we are, the floors are probably just as smoked. Wow. Little Honda. That may be an Interceptor. If not an Interceptor, it's an inline 4, so it's not the V4. It's not an Interceptor. What would that be, guys? Man, I wish I knew what that was. Might have to stop here on the way back home. Okay, I went back behind it. There are some houses back there, but nothing that looks like it belongs to the guy who owns all this. Oh man, he's got kind of a grocery list of some really cool stuff right now. 67 two-door hardtop. Let's get the Mopar up here. Several go-kart frames and stuff. Little Tempest 66 or 67. Mach 1 hood on the Mustang. Fresh paint. Never seen this place before in my life. That sign over there says you're crossing over Eason Drive, E-A-S-O-N. Let's come out this way and see if we can give you a better idea. If I can't get this stuff, you may as well be able to get it. This should help you here. That sign on that gas station there says Country Boys Mini Mall. Country Boys Mini Mall. And we're in Georgia. I wish I could tell you more. There's the intersecting roads. 15 and 121 is going left to right in front of us, and we're going west on 32 right now. There's a post office right there too. Wow. Jeez, man. Normally the post office will tell you the town. It'll have it right under. Yeah, so let's go over here. Okay. Alrighty. United States Post Office, Bristol, Georgia. 31518. Huh. Man, wonder if that Country Boys has fried chicken. Broasted or something. About 40 or 50 years ago, it looks like. This guy just got done with his workday. Locked the front door. Headed out. Never came back. How cool is that pump? You hear the geese over there? Also, look back there. Another pump. He just one day decided he was done, I guess. Dang it. Those pumps, depending on what brand and how old, that might be a... What do we have here? Gilberco. Depending on the brand and the age and stuff, those can be some big money. Can you believe it's just been sitting on the side of the road for like a half a century?